Erin and I have been married now for almost 12 years, and in 2005 our second son had been born. Life was good. We had a great house, great jobs, making a lot of money. We had our luxury cars and the RV and a big boat, and life was good. We were doing everything that we wanted to do and just going from one good time to the next. We had both grown up in church. We knew what it meant to be tithers and to be givers, but we weren't really, it really wasn't our thing. We hadn't committed to that, and so like whenever we'd go to church, we would tithe, or we would give rather. The plate would come by and we might drop $20 into it, but we didn't go that regularly to really call ourselves givers. So in 2006 we decided we wanted to go it our own. We were going to quit our jobs, buy our own business, and really do something that we wanted to do. So we searched around, we found the perfect opportunity for us, and we bought a business in Cincinnati, picked up our family, and moved down. 'Cause your glory is so beautiful. We went to Cincinnati and opened our store, and this was the beginning of 2007, and if you remember, that was a time when gas prices hit like an all-time high, and the economy was struggling a little bit, but gas prices became a direct impact on the boating community, especially on the river. At that point, no one could afford gas to put in these giant boats, and so they sat, which affected our business dramatically. I think we had the lowest sales that the store had seen in over 7 years. And this was our first year of business. So needless to say, we struggled. I worked for the store basically for free. Erin was a nurse, so she was kind of supporting our family.
It was the hardest time we'd ever worked in our life for the least amount of money we'd ever made.
That's for sure. We did, we worked our tails off.
We worked about 70 hours a week to pay bills, and it wasn't very much fun.
We had nothing to show for it, except for
More
maybe better attitudes, I don't know. We found a local church and we started attending regularly, and that's kind of when everything changed for us. We realized that our priorities were kind of mixed up. We had seen the financial impact of what was going on with us, but it wasn't until we found our church, we got plugged in pretty quick there, and our pastor taught us a lesson on Malachi. And if Malachi is the scripture where basically God says, "Test me," and we weren't sure what to do, but we knew that if God said we could test him, then we probably should. So we decided at that point to start tithing. And a lot of us, I wasn't 100% sure what tithing meant, but a friend explained it to me in that he gave his daughter a pack of Skittles, and he asked her for one, and she said no, and he couldn't understand why she wouldn't give him one. She said they were hers, and he said, but I gave them to you. And she couldn't grasp the fact that like he could give her everything. He gave her everything that she had, and he could give her more Skittles, enough Skittles to rot all the teeth, I think he said. But she couldn't grasp the fact that he just wanted one and that it would be okay to give him one. So I think that's kind of where we were. Like we weren't sure that we wanted to give that tithe or that first 10% to God, but we did it anyways. And initially it was a struggle for us, and writing the check and hoping that it would cash and that it wouldn't bounce, because like I said, times are tough. But we did. We decided 10% off the top every week we were going to tithe it. And we tested God, and he was faithful. Things didn't get better right away for us. In fact, they really didn't get better at all. But I felt like that we were doing what he said, and everything went okay for us. We never bounced the check. We always had food to eat. We had gas for our cars, and a roof over our head. So everything was good. Like, you know, it was a struggle, but we were making it through it. And it was, I think that in the middle of that first year, we decided, we fasted and we prayed, and we just prayed that God would help us and that He would get us out of this situation. We accepted an offer to sell the stores. Gentlemen came and bought both stores from us. We didn't really make any money, but we felt like we had gotten out from under it. We didn't walk away with anything except for a bunch of debt at the end of the deal. During the fast, we also were provided another job opportunity. God laid something before me, and something that I really didn't feel like I could attain, but through Him, I did. In 2010, we moved to Valparaiso, and we came here with my new job and had a bunch of debt. So at this point, I took a pay cut. Erin quit working as we were transferring new cities, and we had a lot of debt. And we're still tithing. We still tithe 10% off the top of what we made. And of all the debt we had between the time that we moved to Valparaiso and I think, what was it, May? In May, we were able to pay it off. And when I think about it, there's really no mathematical way to figure it out. We had a lower income with 10% straight off the top of it, and then we're still able to pay off a massive amount of debt. And I just know that, you know, we were faithful, that we tested God and we gave Him that 10%, and then He took care of us, just like He said He would. We had gone from dropping $20 in the plate whenever it was raining outside to giving faithfully and to being. It wasn't that we weren't resentful. That, you know, 2 Corinthians says, "Be a cheerful giver," and that's what we were. We wanted to. We were happy when we could give, and we looked for other ways where we could give. And every time that we did, we were blessed more for it. And you know, we got to the realization that we couldn't outgive God. No matter what we did, we were better for it. And so it was an amazing time of our life that we felt like we really grew in our faith, and we're so glad that we went through it. At the time it was tough, but now when we look back, we can say, you know, that He brought us through, and we leaned on Him, and we're better for it, and hopefully other people are as well.